Bottom of the first on Big East Championship Sunday. St. John's is coming to bat. And the Red Storms lineup was the top in the Big East throughout the season.
How about St. John's? You hit almost 300 as a team. That leads the league. You're also, pitching-wise, lead the league in earned run average. This is a formidable lineup here that Noah Thompson will have to face. And Thompson could be the key here today. This is only Thompson's second start of the season. He's only thrown 29 2/3 innings. Now at 6'4", the sophomore, he is a strikeout pitcher. 38 strikeouts in those 29 innings. Opponents, now get this, opponents hitting just 147 against Thompson. He will look to get 3 innings. Anything beyond that will be a bonus, as Rob Shepard will be using his bullpen all day.
A huge spot for the Pirates sophomore, and here's the defense backing him up. Del Castillo in left, Tyler Shedler-McAvoy in center, Ryan Ramiz in right, and it's Santorelli, Molina, Dodonna, and Toke around the horn, with Mike Alessio, the senior backstop, behind the dish. Casey Dana is the Pirates' designated hitter.
We talked about how the long ball, the ball's been flying out of here. Dimensions fairly tight here at Prasco Park. Defenses, for the most part, have been very solid as well. There you have 320 down the left field line. The alley at 395, that's the deepest part of the park, and then it comes in a little bit at 370. Now as you go to right field, how about this for the unique vantage point? A high wall, fans can sit out there and down the right field line. So very asymmetrical here in Mason, Ohio.
Leading off for St. John's is none other than the Big East Player of the Year, John Valenti, with a .358 batting average on the campaign.
Right away, you see a tailing fastball, 88 to 92. Fastball slider combination. At times, Thompson can get a little out of control. And that is not what you want to do to go 2-0 on the Big East Player of the Year.
Noah Thompson will go with a fastball, change-up slider. The key is that slide piece. Valenti rips one to right, but Ramiz makes the grab.
I really liked how Ramiz tracked that ball. Knew it was going to be slicing ever so little coming off that right-handed bat. This game's starting a little bit earlier in some of the games earlier in the week. Sun not really a factor here, but Ramiz had this one all the way.
Here's the guy who opened it up for St. John's in their Big East tournament opener against Georgetown. Johnnies were trailing 2-1, and then Jamie Gallison slugged a 3-run homer.
You know, in those moments, that was a Thursday, and you come back here on a Sunday, but you look back at how huge that was. Georgetown got a little momentum. You come in the favorite St. John's, ranked 18th in the country coming into this game. All of a sudden, Gallison turned it right around.
A pop-up here. Second baseman Rob Dodonna makes the grab, and it's 2 quick outs for the sophomore Pirate, Noah Thompson.
This is exactly what Thompson needed. He went to 2-0 on Valenti before getting out of it, then a soft little pop-up. Minimize your pitches, build some confidence, get your batting order to the top of the second inning. This will be an inning-by-inning day for Noah Thompson.
Josh Shaw, the Red Storm second baseman, digs in. First pitch he sees, hopped up. Right there is Shedler-McAvoy. And how about a 6-pitch first inning for Noah Thompson? We've played one, and it's scoreless on Championship Sunday. A Sunday afternoon for the Umbrellas because of a sun-drenched day here at Prasco Park. It is Big East Championship Sunday, and how about that?
Well, John, I had a chance to see you on the inflatables the other day. Let's get on with the ball game, shall we?
Those kids are doing a lot better than I was. Noah Thompson just needed 6 pitches to work a 1-2-3 first inning.
And they were fastballs, and so he starts out Pacelli with the breaking ball. So now he's in the head a little bit. Here are the St. John's hitters.
And this St. John's lineup is no joke. The first 5 hitters are at 300 or better.
Mix in some power there as well. And talk about Baselli. He hit .238 last year. And so where is he at here in the championship game of the Big East tournament? Hitting in a cleanup spot with a .300 average.
Just missed.
Yeah, he fooled him on that one. That ball got up there in a hurry. Baselli was not thinking fastball.
A 1-2. Swung on and missed.
Noah Thompson, a somewhat deceptive delivery. It's a 3/4, hides it well, and then just is able to turn that ball over ever so slightly with velocity. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball that runs right in on Baselli, his first strikeout of the day.
This is just Noah Thompson's second start of the year. But his team is calling upon him because this is what it comes to when you're playing your 4th game in as many days and have to win 5 to take the conference title.
All hands on deck. Everybody's going to get an opportunity here today, but Thompson will go as long as he can throw like this. And he is pitching like somebody with a lot more confidence in just 29 innings coming into this ball game. So do the math, okay? 1 start, 29 innings, 15 appearances. That's only about an average of 2 innings per appearance for Thompson. The idea is go out there, throw hard. We'll leave you out there as long as we can.
3-0 on the hottest hitter for St. John's, Luke Stanfill. One's in there. Stanfill with a great family connection to St. John's. His father, Eric, played baseball for the Red Storm from 1981 to 83. Before Eric then played 3 seasons in the Mets organization.
Eric, part of the legendary team in 1981. Eric, the dad, earned the save in one of the classic games ever played in the Northeast Regional. He relieved Frank Viola. That was in a pitching duel with Ron Darling.
High heat waved at and missed. And Noah Thompson has struck out the first 2 he's seen in the second.
This was an absolutely fabulous at-bat for Thompson. He goes 3-0, okay, and then his 3-0 pitch is a fastball low and away, okay? If it's outside, then the hottest hitter in the team doesn't hit it. He then just kept going corner, corner, corner with velocity and gets Stanfill.
Anthony Broccato is an all-or-nothing type slugger. 10 home runs on the year. Last season for St. John's, he had 3 multi-home run games.
Those home run numbers for Broccato right now sitting at 10, and he's the first St. John player since Joe Panik in 2011 to hit double-digit home runs. Joe Panik, of course, member of the San Francisco Giants.
Thompson catches the outside corner.
I hope Mike Alessio, the catcher for Seton Hall, has a spare mitt because Thompson is wearing this one out. He is pounding the leather.
Hit in the air to right center. Ramiz takes the grab, and Noah Thompson, in just his second start of the season, has gone 6 up and 6 down. Welcome back to Big East Baseball on FS2, sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Prasco Park in Mason, Ohio. Seton Hall up 1-0 on St. John's. The Pirates need to win this game to force a Game 7 in this Big East tournament. Red Storm needing just 1 win to take the title, and a day for the Umbrellas with the heat in the area. Feels a lot like the middle of July as opposed to the end of May.
You think back to some of the weather conditions these 2 teams played in earlier this year, fighting through 30-degree temperatures and biting winds. This is how it should be decided on a day like this just outside Cincinnati.
Wyatt Mascarella leading off the 3rd for St. John's against Noah Thompson, who has gone 1-2-3 in the first 2 innings.
Mascarella transfer from McHenry County College, where he was a second-team All-American. He began his collegiate career at the University of Illinois, Chicago. Once he put on the St. John's uniform, it took Mascarella a little bit of time to pick up that first hit. He went 0 for 10 in his first 6 games. So just like we talked about Ryan Ramiz, I got off to a slow start this season. It's not really what you do at the beginning of the year. What are you doing for me here lately? And Mascarella, one of those 5 hitters, a 300-plus average at 326 coming in.
Swinging a jam shot that Dodonna is under and makes the catch.
The jam shot is right. Thompson, that running fastball, he tails it in on the right-handed hitters. And that got up on Mascarella pretty quickly, and nothing he could do to not get the good part of the bat on that one. And that's 7 up, 7 down now for Thompson.
Brings up St. John's shortstop Jordan Gillerman.
He's dealing, man. He is bringing it. And he'll get right back up on that rubber. He is ready to go. The pace of this game changes now with Thompson on the mound.
A swing and a rip into left. That's heading to the corner. Gillerman turns for 2. He's in there with a 1-out double.
As soon as he let go of this pitch, Noah Thompson knew it was not what he wanted. He went breaking ball here. The break lands right there about thigh high for Gillerman. And that shows the effectiveness of these St. John's hitters. You make one mistake, they'll come and get you. Up until that swing by Gillerman, Thompson had not made any mistakes.
Just the 6th double of the season for Gillerman, and St. John's has their first opportunity here with Mike Antico, the number 9 hitter, at the dish.
Antico in his last 28 games hitting .416. And during those 28 games, Red Storm 24-4. So basically you have a 400 hitter hitting in the 9th spot in the order.
You get deceived by that place in the lineup, but a lot of coaches want an extra leadoff guy, if you will.
This is exactly what's happening right here, right? With 17 runs batted in, no less.
One's in there for a strike.
Well, no doubt about it. Thompson's best pitch today has been that fastball.
Antico's only had 5 at-bats in this tournament, but in 4 of them, he's gotten a hit.
That's pretty effective. He was the #1 outfield recruit coming out of New Jersey in high school.
The 1-1. A tapper to short. Molina fields it, fires to first by a half step. They got him.
Another great pitch here from Thompson. And a defensive swing from Antico. Nearly won the battle, nearly beat that ball out, but Thompson got that ball about shin high. That's about all that Antico could do with it. But look at him get out of the box in a hurry. I love that. He knew he did not take a great swing. He knew it was not a great pitch. But after that first stride, he was full speed, head down. Let me see if I can beat this thing.
And this is the guy you want up at the dish with the tying run at 3rd. Big East Player of the Year, John Valenti.
The impressive thing about Valenti, in addition to all the numbers we talked about and the accolades, how about a stretch from May of 2017 to almost exactly a year later where Valenti reached base 58 straight games. That is remarkable. That was a good hack right there. he was on that fastball.
I don't think we can say enough about this guy and his story. He's the epitome of the college student athlete and how you just keep developing.
Right. I mean, for whether you're in junior high, in high school, in college, this is the model, right? We heard Matt talk about how he did not have a scholarship at St. John's until his junior year. But he just kept digging and digging, staying with it, enjoying the game, and perfecting his craft.
He looks up to Derek Jeter. The 1-1 to Valenti. Inside corner strike. That has Valenti shaking his head.
Yeah, this one's almost unhittable. Not because it's a ball or a strike, because of the movement and the location. That was his best pitch of the day right there.
A runner at third. St. John's trying to even it up. And the count's 2-2.
Talk about Valenti and his undergraduate major, sports management, getting his master's in international communication.
Gillerman at third. He doubled with 1 out. A bouncing ball to second. Dadana's there. Noah Thompson leaves. Johnny stranded at third. And he's worked 3 scoreless innings for the Pirates, who lead it 1-0. Seton Hall needs to win 2 games over St. John's to get a Big East baseball title today, and they're certainly off to a nice start. Bottom of the 4th, Pirates up 4-0. Let's go to Matt Schumacher.
Yeah, thanks, John. Standing next to Rob Shepard, the skipper for the Pirates. And, Coach, you're off to a 4-0 lead. A big reason why the man on the mound right now, Noah Thompson, in just his 2nd start. From your point of view, what has made him so effective today?
He's just been attacking the zone, being aggressive with his fastball, and throwing a lot of strikes.
After your 13-inning first-round loss to Butler, you came back the next day and told us that you felt like this group had the capacity to go ahead and make a run. What about them gives you that confidence?
A very tight-knit group. They work well for each other. They play for each other. And I know any type of adversity, they respond and work hard to overcome it, and they have done that.
They're staying loose down here, too, guys. They got the cups on top of the skipper's hat. Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.
How about that? He didn't even notice it. Wow, Pirates having fun with their skipper.
You know, he made a great comment about Noah Thompson. He's throwing strikes. We told you that at times Thompson can kind of lose it, you know, in terms of even his short outings. But so far he has been pounding that strike zone. He has only allowed 1 hit through 3 innings, only faced 1 over the minimum here into the 4th inning. You know, and how about Rob Dadana? He picks up 3 hits today. That's his 2nd multi-hit game of the tournament. Dadana with 5 runs batted in the tournament. He scored 3 runs, 7 for 18 for the 2nd baseman from Seton Hall.
If you're just joining us, Seton Hall scoring 1 in the 3rd, but a 3-run 4th. A 2 RBI single by that guy right there, Rob Dadana. Stepping up clutch in the leadoff spot in the order. And this is just what St. John's needs, a leadoff walk for Jamie Gallows and just the 2nd Red Storm base runner to reach.
You say it's just what St. John's needs. I was ready to say this is just what Seton Hall did not need, right? Is that walk, the leadoff walk, just to give the Johnnies a feeling that we're back in it. This is this shutdown inning absolutely for Thompson.
Josh Shaw flying out to center. His first time up. The called strike on the outer half.
Let's put things in perspective here. Okay, it's a 4-0 game, but St. John's, that goose egg right there, leads the conference in hitting, 298 average. In fact, they're one of only 2 teams in the country. They're in the top 25 in team batting average and earned run average. So there's some hits left in the bats for the Red Storm.
Alessio went to throw back to first and did himself no good. Gallison takes off to 2nd on the pass ball.
Now, this is not one that the 2-time Johnny Bench watch list wants to think about. This time, as you said, Johnny, he was getting ready to throw. Watch him flip the glove to his hand, and it just was not stuck into that webbing.
So St. John's with an opportunity to answer. Tipped it in the glove.
Ooh, that got up there in a hurry. Noah Thompson reaches back a little bit here, turned it over just ever so slightly.
What are you noticing on those inside pitches to righties?
Yeah, watch this. Watch the reaction here from Shaw. And that got in him quickly, and it runs right in on his hands. That time also at knee high. Tough pitch to handle from a right-handed pitcher.
1-2.
And he's got that tailing fastball, and he'll show that pitch up and away, the one he just did. His breaking ball, it's been okay today. He gave up a double on it earlier, but this will be an opportunity right here to come back to that fastball that just runs right in on that right-handed hitter.
Gallows in at second. St. John's looking to get on the scoreboard. And Shaw battling.
And that was a battle on that pitch. Excellent spot there. I thought he might run it in. Instead, he goes outside. Noah Thompson battling a Cape Cod League All-Star in the form of Josh Shaw, first-team selection this year. One of 6 St. John's players named to the first team All-Big East.
Another one fouled back. This is a duel.
And that was a good cut right there from Shaw. He was right on that fastball.
Think about the second baseman we have in this matchup.
How about it? Rob Dodonna here, Josh Shaw. They hit up in the top of the order. Shaw hits in the third spot for St. John's. We've already talked about Dodonna, what he's done from his leadoff position.
The 2-2 offering. A jam shot. Will it stay fair? It does. And Thompson does it himself. Advancing to third is Gallows.
That was remarkable how that ball stayed fair. A tough pitch to handle for Shaw that Thompson again ran it in on him. The spinner, this ball's going foul, and look, it kicks right back in. Now the grass is cut right on the foul line, so there was nothing involved with dirt there. But it was the spin because of where the ball was hit, the location of it, that kept that ball fair.
So here's Robert Bazzelli, who struck out his first time at the dish. Check swing, he did not go. We've been talking about Thompson. He's a Texas native and was actually Seton Hall's freshman male scholar athlete of the year.
And that tells you why he can handle situations like that. Right? He has the poise, just the mental outlook of confidence, and you wouldn't think this was a championship game the way this young sophomore's throwing.
And the benefit from Seton Hall's perspective is St. John's hasn't seen much of him.
You know, and they haven't seen much of him in this game either, because he's only gone through the order once. We're now in the beginning of our second time through, but we're just about halfway through this game, and he's only thrown 50 pitches here with 1 out in the 4th inning.
These teams have so much film on pitchers. They look at them so much. Well, they don't have that availability with this guy.
You know, whether you have film or not, until you step into that batter's box, you don't get the real feel. That's why, you know, you're right. They've not seen him much because out of 29 innings, there can only be so much video, right? When you get on deck, you try to gauge the speed, the movement. Guys come back to the dugout. They're talking to you. Okay, he's working me this way. His ball moves this way. But not till you get right up there on the plate, right there where Vasselli is right now, do you really get a feeling as to what this guy can bring to you.
2-2 on Bazzelli, the cleanup hitter for the Johnnies. Just missed.
That's a great miss. That is a great miss. And a great take by Bazzelli. That is outstanding, both pitcher and hitter. Boy, Thompson thought he had it.
Luke Stamfel is on deck. And what a walk there for Robert Bazzelli. St. John's with their biggest threat yet here in the bottom of the 4th.
You know, in the top of this inning, we talked about how Michael Lopresti had 3 walks, 2 of them coming on 8 pitches. And the batters just pretty much had to stand there and watch Lopresti struggle. There, Bazzelli earned his walk.
Pirates first-year pitching coach Pat Pinkman coming out to talk to Thompson.
And with that, a little bit of activity in the Seton Hall bullpen. This is about when they would have had people up anyway. We've mentioned that this has not been a pitcher in Thompson that you are going to get a lot of innings out of. So in terms of getting loose and getting going, well, it's Andrew Politi, who we saw just electric early in this tournament.
Folks, if you like gas, the guy warming up in Seton Hall's bullpen is must-see Big East baseball. Andrew Politi throws straight fire and dealt 78 pitches on Thursday, but Rob Shepard feels like he could give him 50 or 60 more.
He had 9 strikeouts and just a shade over 5 innings pitched the other day. But here's where Rob Shepard's at. He needs to squeeze just another batter, another 2 batters from Thompson. Every batter you save right now, you're saving pitches off of, in this case, Politi's arm.
Luke Stamfel, though, has a hot bat. Runners at the corners. There's a strike.
If St. John's was going to pick one batter to step in the batter's box to quickly make up a 4-0 deficit, it would be number 28 right here in the form of Luke Stamfel.
This is almost exactly the situation that Seton Hall had yesterday. They were up 4-0 on Butler. And then Butler scored 3 in the 7th. But the Pirate bullpen hung on by the skin of their teeth. 0-1 in the dirt. Alessio stopping it.
And that's what he did. He did not try to catch it. He just went down, just took it off the chest protector. Don't need to get a glove on it. And not only that, he just deadened it right there at home plate. Mike Alessio, that's it. He had that hole covered with the glove. Just take it off the chest protector, drops on home plate. We're all good. Nice job.
Another one in the dirt.
Okay, and a nice job that way, because he's not going to get out there to get a block on that one. The best he was going to hope for was a short hop, and that's what he did. 2 pitches in succession here that your catcher did his job. This is good hands. That's just good hands right there.
Gallison at third, Bazzelli at first. Ricardo's on deck. A second straight walk dealt by Thompson, and the bases are loaded for St. John's.
We've had 7 walks in this 4th inning. I should check that. We've had 6 walks in this 4th inning, 3 on each side. In the top half of the 4th, all 3 walks scored for the Pirates. Remember we said we're batter by batter now for Thompson? This could very well be it.
And he faces St. John's home run leader in Anthony Bricado.
10 long balls this year for Bricado.
When he gets on a pitch, normally it's heading over the wall. A rip into left. St. John's is on the board. Gallison scores. Here comes Bazzelli. They got him.
And he's ejected.
How about that? Home plate umpire Tim Cordell stepped right in, and Bazzelli's ejected for attempting to collide with Alessio. So the Pirates get the second out, but a huge situation here. Cordell ejected Bazzelli right on the spot.
Christian Del Castillo came up with this. This ball was hit very hard. It got to Del Castillo in a hurry. Watch this ball smoke. Okay, now at second base, you see Rob Bazzelli. He will be waved all the way. Waving now. Waving now. And here's your collision. And that is a tough call either way. The throw brought Alessio into foul territory. he had tried to come back, and that's where it is. The shoulder kind of went down, and the argument made both ways would be, okay, your arms came up, you were looking for contact. That's what Seton Hall would say. Ed Blankmeyer for St. John's would say, wait a minute, that throw was offline. My guy was coming around in that area. It just happened to be two people at the same place at the same time. Hey, watch Baselli. Tries to make a move, and there it is, the shoulder. That's what it was, the shoulder, forearm, and that's what will get Baselli ejected.
And in the Big East, a one-game ejection means that you are suspended for the following game.
We have all 6 umpires with the conversation. And the resolution is the call, the play will stand. And somewhat lost in all of that is the throw from the left fielder. Del Castillo nails a runner at the plate. This game could have been cut in half. It could have been 4-2, and now Baselli, he will have to leave the dugout area. He's gone. He exits out of Prasco Park.
The fact is, lowering the shoulder into the catcher, that was the key motion that sent home plate umpire Tim Cordell into action to eject Baselli.
And there was no hesitation. As soon as that play was over, the ejection was made. And when you look back on it, the right call was made.
Here is Wyatt Mascarella, though. Noah Thompson still has a jam to get out of.
Well, but that play actually probably bought Thompson another hitter.
Isn't that wild how that works? Lost in all this? What a throw by Del Castillo.
He came up, he knew I've got a runner coming home. The ball did tail a little bit, but he put it right on the money and let his catcher, Mike Alessio, handle it. So out of the 3 walks, one of them have scored here in the bottom half of the 4th. Good walk. Baselli's walk, he ends up not scoring because of that throw from the left fielder. You see him right there, the sophomore, Christian Del Castillo.
One fouled off, and it's 1-2.
Boy, if this didn't already feel like a championship game, it certainly does now. 2 rivals. They've gone at each other 152 times in their school's history, and playing for that automatic berth to the NCAA tournament.
Noah Thompson. Ooh, now he hits Mascarella. And the bases are loaded again with 2 outs.
And that ball just ran up and in. And we've been wondering, when's the last hitter for Noah Thompson? That may be it.
That is it. Rob Shepard is going to make the pitching change. The bases are loaded for the Johnnies in the bottom of the 4th. Seton Hall trying to hang on to the lead, and obviously Thompson upset with himself. We've got a pitching change coming up next.